What is something rich people say that is bullshit? We are in this together. Don't discuss wages. We're all in the same boat ship. Kim Kardashian once said this. Get your ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. It's just a banana, Michael. How much can it cost? $10. Had a wealthy ex-girlfriend try to convince me that her parents giving her $5,000 to $10,000 every month for fun money was the same as a parent buying their kid a Coke, because all parents want to help their kids, they just have different amounts of help they can give. Talk about delusional. We didn't last long. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Not if you have to cook, clean, shop, wash up, laundry, work 9 to 5, travel in traffic, budget groceries, etc. Nobody wants to work anymore. With all this opportunity, you'd have to choose to be poor. I actually work for a few wealthy people, and the amount of times I've heard I'm poor or I have no money is absurd. I've actually said something, nicely, a few times because they both have talked in front of the other staff like that, and it's just ridiculous. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Money can't buy happiness. No one helped me. Right. You were born on third base, pal. You didn't hit a home run. It's not that expensive. When it comes to starting a business, selling a product, or chasing your dream, all you need is passion, or some version of that. I've heard successful people give this advice because they don't know what else to say, but every rich guy I know has zero passion for the product they sell, couldn't care less. They care about if it can make money, about holes and demands in the market, or about creating those demands. They have passion for making money. Just work hard and you can. It trickles down. It's okay to pay the staff late, don't they have savings? Actual rich person talking about paying the household staff. Edit, I was managing the staff, and handing out paychecks. The workers were personal care attendants. It was real hard for me emotionally, but harder for people with no savings. I didn't have enough money to cover their pay. If I was able to pull myself up by my own bootstraps, anybody can do it. Just work hard and you can get to where I am someday. More money, more problems. Might be true in the absolute literal sense in terms of number of problems, but in the grand scheme of things the scale of those problems is drastically lower. I would rather deal with 100 I can't keep track of all the things I bought / my friends keep wanting more money / my fancy Italian car keeps breaking down because Italians don't know how to make cars properly / oh no, the contractors on my second house dipped on me every single day for the rest of my life if it meant I never had to think, okay, if I skimp on groceries and just don't have lunch for the next week, I'll be able to make rent in full on the 1st again, even once. I love the trust fund babies that say I'm self-made because they started a business using daddy's $20 bill. You'd have more money if you didn't spend it on coffee and avocado toast. My thoughts and prayers are with poor people. Must be lazy. If you start with nothing or close to nothing, it is difficult to work your way up, no matter how hard you work. Many poor people are lacking access to a good education and connections that would help them get ahead. Never mind the companies that exploit people and don't let people on the bottom of the totem pole get ahead. Many people are stuck working dead-end jobs. The playing field isn't level from the beginning. Poor people are just lazy. If they really wanted to not be poor anymore, they'd just insert solution here that involves money or time the poor person doesn't have, because they are poor. EDA, gotta love the people in the comments to this proving my point for me. Money doesn't solve everything. Although technically true, I can't think of a problem I have currently that wouldn't be solved by wealth, job stress, family stress, related to money, debt, exhaustion with the housing market, worry about retirement, lack of time during the day, health concerns, many of which are actually money concerns, feeling down about life due to lack of time to pursue my own interests, the list goes on. They literally think it's iced coffee making us poor, and I'm like, okay, I splurge on Starbucks a few times a month, but every other day I'm drinking nasty AskReddit value coffee, so I don't know, maybe it's the optimum bill going up every year and the expensive insurance that doesn't cover anything and the $75 copay. Maybe it's the rent increase every year or the car payments and the fact that I haven't had a pay increase in literal years. A rising tide lifts all boats. Not super helpful when most of us are swimming. Any form of socialism is communism. Quit your Netflix/Spotify/ insert any subscription here and you will save enough for a mortgage in 3 months. Edit. 3 months was sarcasm, but most well-off people overestimate the value of 1 or 2 subscriptions and think that's what's breaking the bank every month. And yes, overindulgence of unused/barely used subscriptions can be a problem, but that is a separate conversation. This comment was meant to be akin to the people who say stop eating avocado toast and you'll be Mr. Moneybags/s, which another commenter understood and replied with the same example in one of the replies to this comment. /s equals sarcasm. Mobile format. You can't fix problems by throwing money at them. You can when the problem is they don't have enough money. Specifically thinking about public schools for this one. Pretty much anything they say to dissuade you from unionizing. Trickle-down economics works. Lots of people misunderstand tax brackets, and I think it may be a lie from higher classes. Let's say you make $50,000 a year and your tax rate is 20%. So you pay $10,000 in taxes. Well, you get a raise and get $51,000 a year. Now you're in a higher tax bracket thing. Let's say the new bracket is 40%. People think it means you could actually take home less overall. False. The first 50 is still taxed at 20%, just the amount over that is taxed at 40%. So you pay $10,400. Your overall take home is still more. So you don't ever take home less for making more. You just pay more of the new money. We are all in this together when tragedy strikes. Trickle-down economics works. They are self-made. No one is self-made, or accomplished anything without a stable and prosperous social infrastructure. It's delusional to believe otherwise. Another is I worked hard for what I have. Implies people doing without don't work hard. They work just as hard, if not harder, for far less. We aren't rich. We are comfortable. You just have to work hard and you'll be successful.